Hi guys, my name is Ophalyn and this is...
Her lovely husband, Kevin.
So in today's video, we're going to be talking about our Christian testimony and how God and our Jesus changed our lives forever, and that is from partying, drunkenness, drugs, or...
Affiliation.
Yeah, and more. So before we were saved and before we came to Jesus, our lifestyle was really bad and very unhealthy. We used to party a lot, and we used to, when we partied, we don't even sleep until like the next day. And we used to like do things that we're not proud of, like being drunk, drugs, or a lot of things that we're not supposed to be doing as a Christian, but we didn't know any better then. So, and then we used to argue a lot, like a lot. Like we even involve our family members, and it was really embarrassing because people see us out there going crazy and with no, what do you call that? Control of ourselves, and that was really embarrassing of part of our lives. But we're proud of it because from the life that we've been through, or what you call those phase that we had, taught us a lot of lessons, and that we can actually share to people and even to our kids how we should be. We learned that through walking through with Jesus Christ also in our lives. And do you want to add anything?
Yeah, like how you crashed my family's cars, ran over my foot, scratched my whole front side bleeding.
Shut up, not even.
Yeah, we used to argue pretty bad.
Yeah, and then he pretended that I like
smashed my finger.
Yeah, or no, your foot.
Oh yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, take me to the hospital." And I'm like, "Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna
for
go."
attention, see if she cared, but she didn't care.
Yeah. But yeah, our life was pretty crazy. And is there anything like, well, how our life was like?
Well, we used to argue. Obviously, we used to drink a lot. We used to do a lot of drugs, get in trouble. Obviously, sneaking around the house. Going to places that we shouldn't be going to. Hang out at bars a lot. Hang out with a lot of affiliations that I used to be in, and God brought us a long way to where we are now. And I really thank Jesus for everything He has done, and for not turning His back against me. For the things I've done, I'm not proud of, but I'm thankful that I've learned these things, and He did pull me out of this dark hole. So, we would never, me and my wife wouldn't have been together if it wasn't for Him. Nobody believed that we were going to last this long, from our work, from our families. They think we're going to break up soon. I mean, when I met her, she was actually my side girl, but
that's a different story.
That was a different story.
That will be a long story.
But long story short, came a long way, and here we are, having our second baby. So I'm thankful for Jesus for that, and we're going to talk a little bit more about how we got to where we are with our testimonies.
And especially our temper. We had a very bad temper, like especially him. Like he used to punch the walls, like crazy.
Yeah, you used to throw plates at me. Okay, and you throw a bowl at my grandma.
I did.
You did.
Yeah, I was drunk that time, and that was embarrassing. Okay, that's too much info. That's TMI. No, I'm just kidding.
It's not like that no more. It was back in the day.
But that's we're sharing this just to let you guys know how we changed from our past, how we were, to how we are now. So that's why we're not embarrassed to like share it with you guys, because those are our testimony. Those are the things that made us better, actually. And the crazy thing is, like, even though we argued so much, we were just driving earlier and we're like, oh yeah, we never broke up for like 8 years that we're together.
I wanted to, but something told me to stay with her. She was crazy. She looks innocent, but she was crazy.
Yeah, and some people actually, they're like, when we talk to them and tell them our testimony, they're like, what, you guys don't even look like you guys are arguing, or like.
Oh no, we argued last night.
Yeah. Oh no, what was it saying? Like, they're like, oh, you guys are human too.
Oh yeah, people say we were human because they thought we were perfect.
Yeah.
But when we share our stories, people find it very surprising that
we make mistakes, or like we argue. But then that's how Jesus works, Like you can't tell, like He makes a person brand new, like you don't even know them anymore.
People don't believe me when I say that she makes me sleep on the couch. A lot of times.
Oh, especially in this pregnancy.
Yeah. People don't believe me, but she's that type of person to make you sleep on the couch.
Yeah, but we're still learning though. It's not like, we're still not perfect. We're never going to be perfect. We're still going to make mistakes. But that's just the part of like how our past, how we were in the past. And we just wanted to share with you guys. So with all that mentioned, us having a bad temper, arguing, or being our past, I believe that it kind of affects it's because it started probably because of our childhood. I didn't grow up with parents. I grew up with my mom's side in the Philippines, and so I never grew up with them, with my mom and my dad. And I feel like you can't really blame your past, but I feel like it's your childhood, how you were raised. That's why a person became who they are. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean. But so with that being said, we just wanted to mention that me and him, I didn't grow up with the parents. But even that, I can still change. That's why I'm trying to tell you guys, like, it doesn't matter what your past is. It doesn't matter if you grew up with the parents or not. You can still change and you can still have a better life that you never had. And so as you, right, you didn't grow up with your...
I didn't have a father. I mean, I did, but he wasn't around. My mom wasn't there emotionally or physically. She's always lived in Vegas, and she lived away from me. My grandma raised me. I had a pretty tough childhood. I like to blame the fact that I didn't have a father, but now realizing I do, and that is my Lord Jesus and the Heavenly Father. So my childhood was based out of not having a father, and my mom wasn't really there. So she was there, giving money. Obviously, she'll visit and stuff. But my grandma and my aunt is the one who technically raised me, and I had my little brother with me, and it was tough. My grandma was a Buddhist. For some reason, Asian parents like to beat their kids a lot. So it wasn't. If I didn't speak Chinese to her, I would have got beat. It was tough. A lot of people was saying that I'm going to become like my father. And so I hold this anger a lot. So that's the reason why I kind of fell on a path looking for, idols and bigger brothers, trying to find a family out on the streets. And that's how I went on the wrong path. And obviously, God saved me from that. So my grandma she was a Buddhist. And she was a really angry woman. Right now, she's the most loving person in the world. But before she used to beat us a lot. She took us to the temple. And I got really mad going to the temple because the temple, obviously, you worship a lot of idols and a lot of God. And, it wasn't doing it for me. I didn't believe in spending money. So the temple that I was going to, it was like, you have to buy something to get good luck. You have to give money to get for God to protect you, or for all these idols and stuff like that. And I kind of fall to a point where I was atheist, and I became atheist. And when I was becoming atheist, a few years later, my grandma became a Christian. So that's how it came about. And when she became a Christian, all of a sudden, her whole life turned around. She wasn't the grandma I used to know. She was actually the more loving type. She hugged me. She understood me. She didn't yell at me anymore. She didn't beat me anymore. She just held on to me and loved me and prayed for me. I used to go to church just to make her happy. But I was so against being a Christianity. I didn't believe in Jesus. I always questioned where he was. If he was, how come I didn't have a father? Why I had the life that I had? And it was bad. So, and then I met my wife, my beautiful wife, obviously from work. We used to do sales together, and I met her. And when I first saw her, I said I had to have her. So here I am with her. But and then she was curious with God. She told me she was a Catholic, but she was like, "Oh, babe, let's go to church." And obviously me.
Yeah, but yeah, that's because we started searching for God because we wanted.
No, you started searching for God.
Yeah.
I only did it because I loved you.
Yeah, but the time that's why we changed our life, because we got tired of how we are living, like the arguments, the drunkenness, the no sleep and partying,
the drugs, the high
yeah,
notes.
like all of those things. Like I told myself, I'm like, what are we doing in life? Like are we going to be like this forever? You know what I mean? So that's when we decided to change our life, and we went to God. We searched for God. I did first, because that's the only way that you can pretty much change your lifestyle, and he's the only one that can forgive you and change your whole life. So he was an atheist and I was Catholic. I was born Catholic, but even though I was born Catholic, I never had a relationship with Jesus. Like, I did, but it's not like how I have now, being a Christian. You know what I mean?
Hmm. So yeah, I was an atheist, and so we started going to this church that my grandma used to go to, and that's what we started getting plugged into what Jesus was all about. I really went to church really just to make her happy because I loved her. But obviously, listening to those sermons, start catching my attention. And I had 180 days of community service, and throughout the life that I was going through and the punishment that I was living in, uh, I found little signs and miracles and things that was happening to me that cannot be explained, but the only way to explain it is Jesus was the one who was doing it for me. He was blessing me, and obviously he was loving on me, and that's how I found my way. And while we were going to the first church we went to, uh, it helped, but it didn't help us all the way. We were still lost. We were still doing a lot of bad things. We were still drinking, still doing drugs. While we were preaching God, while doing drinking, we were drunk preaching about God. We were high preaching about God. We were seeking Him no matter what the case, but we keep falling into temptation still. So finally, my grandma did this thing where, long story short, miraculously set up this appointment between me and Steve Santos. Steve Santos is the pastor for a Resolution Ministry, so shout out to them. And he really turned our life around. And even though when we went to that church, we still fell into temptation because the people that we were hanging out with, the people that we were getting involved, it's just the temptation of just to keep doing, because that was our life. It was drinking, it was drugs, and we couldn't take it no more. And finally, we got baptized over at Steve's church. My grandma baptized me, Steve baptized my beautiful wife, and after we got baptized, obviously we felt new again. But at the same time, even after getting baptized, it's not easy. It's not easy, to get rid of those bad habits from the past and all the things you've done. It's not easy to erase that image. But when you get baptized, you are new and you are forgiven. And because of that fire inside of you, it makes you want to change. So even though we fell into temptation still after getting baptized, we still did drugs and stuff. And yeah, and then we had no other choice. We were lost, and then finally we made a decision to,
Have a baby.
to finally have a baby.
Yeah, after 1 year of marriage, like we were married already, and after a year, then we decided to just have a baby. So maybe this will stop us from doing the things that we were doing, and it did, because God blessed us with a beautiful son. His name is Zane.
Handsome.
And
we're about to have a beautiful daughter.
And so yes, everything changed since we had him, and God blessed us right away. Like, we tried one time and we got pregnant right away, and that's when everything fully changed. Like, we stopped everything, and that's why I believe that God blessed us with a son, just for us to. He uses our son to change us.
You had your nursing license for how long, and you didn't even pass your boards?
Yeah, until I was pregnant, when I took my boards, and that's when I passed. It's crazy. I was pregnant taking my test, and and then
finally
I
passed for after how many years that you graduated?
I don't know. It's in 2016, and 2010 I graduated, and I didn't take it until like 2015, at the end of 2015 or 16, something like that. So yeah, but God is really good. So right now, like, He's pouring all His love over us and blessing us.
He's loving us so we can love others.
Yes, and so that's why we're sharing this. Like, after sharing all these testimony with you guys, we just wanted to share. We just wanted to tell you guys that you can too change, even though, no matter what your past situation was, like, even though you didn't have a parents, or you grew up poor, or you grew up like messed up, or whatever it is, there's still a chance. There's still a change that can happen only one call to Jesus, and He will change your life.
He's not far.
Yes.
He's not far.
He will miraculously change your life.
Correct.
And people wouldn't even know if that's who you are. Like, do you know what I mean? Like right now, from our past, like they look at us now totally different from how we were, because that's how God works within us,
Yeah, we were totally different from how we were before.
Yeah. So
we just just seek Him, ask for Him. You're not watching this video by accident.
Yes.
So just seek for Him. He's always there. Just think about all the signs that's been around you. Why are you still here? Why are you still alive? For everything that you are going through, there's a reason, there's a purpose for it. And God has shown that to us, and I know He's going to be showing it to others. So we're using this platform to actually talk to you guys about it and reach out and try to light this fire inside of you guys to know what your purpose is. We're still finding out our purpose. Obviously, we're doing what we are doing now.
Yes.
But there is more to come. Yes. God's blessing is unlimited. He is amazing. It doesn't matter how far you're walking away from Him. Doesn't matter how far in darkness you are. Once you turn around, you don't need to walk backward. He is right there. You don't need to fix all these things from the past. You don't have to do it. Once you turn around, He is right there with you, and then He'll guide you from there on.
Yes, and He will use your past, your troubles, everything, like what He did right now. Like He's using our testimony to glorify Him, and that's why we're doing this right now, and we're sharing it, and we're using this platform because we want to glorify Him. And all of our lives and all of what we're doing in our lives right now is all glory to Him, and that's what He wants you to do too. That's why you don't think like, oh, your life is wasted, or your life from the past is blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? Because you can use that for His own good, for the purpose. You know what I mean? You can share, and then when you have kids, you can share how you grew up and change their life and show them how they should be, or like according to the Bible. You know what I mean? So I guess that is it. Do you have anything else
I don't
to say?
I don't. Did I do good? This is my first video. Did I do good?
Yeah, so I guess that is it. And if you guys can let us know, like in the future, like what you want to know about us, about our relationship, about our walk with Jesus and our marriage. Maybe you have questions.
So we're gonna break down a couple of things on the next videos. This is just you could ask us
in the comments down below.
Yeah, this is more what we did, basically generalizing and trying to make it short and easy. Yeah. But there's we're gonna touch on some subject about specifically about churches, specifically about our pastors, specifically about our arguments, our relationships, friends. There's gonna be a couple videos, but we're just generalizing everything. Trying to make it a long story short for you guys on what we're about to do for you guys. If you have any questions, obviously
just leave it down in the comments down below. What content you guys want to see?
Is there a
from
bell
us
somewhere?
Yeah, not yet.
No, not yet. Oh, sorry. I don't know how do you do this.
You're so dumb.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I guess that's it for today, and I hope you guys did get something out of this video. And if you did, please leave a comment down below, likes, and subscribe down below. And yep, hopefully I will see you guys again. Please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.
God bless.